Welcome, welcome to this beautiful Thursday morning here in our little virtual studio. For those of you who've never met me, I know all of you present. My name is Kim. I'll be guiding you through your yoga flow. As always, keyword is guide. So we were just talking about energy and the path of least resistance. You're going to find your body resisting things. It could be a physical resistance, an energetic resistance, an emotional resistance. Something is going to come up to make you yield. Like really slow down and consider what you're doing. So obviously in our asana, so our physical practice, we are looking to honor our physical body. So taking modifications, using blocks to bring the earth a little bit closer, to make things more accessible, more comfortable, using knees and lunges, things of that sort. Today I'm going to throw you a little bit of a mishmash to allow you to invite that space into your body and then invite advancements should you be able to access them. So revolutions, those detoxifying poses require a lot of core strength and stability. And sometimes we just don't have that extra pow to give in our practice. So again, we take it down a level. And it's okay to do that. Just like it's okay to change your mind. If you set yourself out on a path to do something in life and then you come to a big stop sign and then you say, you know what, I'm going to do something else. It's okay to do that. No one on this planet, in this universe, is telling you that you have to stick with what you're doing. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to bring modifications into your life. You're allowed to bring advancements into your life. If you're really looking to shoot for the stars, by all means, set your arrow and go. But you can come back down from the sky and say, you know what, I think I'm more of a tree dweller. I'm more of a water dweller. Whatever it is that you are, whatever environment you find is you by nature, that's what we're looking to achieve on so many subtle levels here. So energetically, we're regrouping. So find yourself a comfortable seat. You want to sit in Sukhasana with nice crossed legs. It's Siddhasana. You could take a half lotus or Ardha Padmasana, whatever is appropriate for you, or you can sit pretty. You want to extend your legs out straight, come into a straddle. I mean, you can pick your poison, do what's right for you. All right, but either way, we're going to settle into our roots. Again, adopt a block, a bolster, a blanket, anything you need to bring the earth a little closer. Shimmy your hips into the ground. Feel those sitting bones really sinking in. And then hold space, right? We're going to start to engage through our core. So if we were a tree, this would be our trunk. If we were a flower, our stem. So pick what you want to be, a tree or a flower. And start to grow, right? Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Elongating. Allow the crown of your head to reach toward the sky. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears, loosen them up. Exhale, roll them down your back. Try to soften your arms, your hands, your elbows. Soften your jaw, close your eyes, relaxing your cheeks, the space between, behind, and around your eyes. And you allow yourself this time, this space to just be. Isn't it such a beautiful thing to just sit and be? No expectation, no judgment, no anticipation. You're not thinking about what's coming. You're not worrying about what's come to pass. You are in the moment, here and now, present. We are our happiest when we allow ourselves to just be. Take 3 big inhales here. Fill up your lungs. Feel your expanding belly. Exhale into the earth. Now inhale, fill your lungs, feel your expanding chest. Exhale into the earth. Inhale, fill your lungs, feel the air passing through your throat. Exhale into the earth, beautiful. Now let's slowly take those hands to prayer at heart center. Bowing your head to your heart as you choose an intention for your class. Dedicating your energies, your efforts, whatever we manifest together today. For what purpose will it serve? Maybe today is to remind you to just let go. We are our own worst enemy. Boy, the little voice in my mind, she is so mean. And maybe that's yours as well. Nasty, sassy little things that they are. They're doing their best to help keep you on your path, but they're not always right. Sometimes they're overly critical. Sometimes they're overly fearful, anxious, whatever it is. Listen to that inner voice and tell them to hush up when they're being a little crucial, a little mean, right? That critical mind. Whatever you need For strength, stability, patience, to just let go, piping down that mean little voice, whatever it is. Hold space for it, for you, for another. And nice and slow, exhale. Let's inhale, send that prayer up to the sky. Separate your hands, relax your shoulders. Take a big breath in. Exhale, slow motion, hinge forward. Now reach, 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 until eventually your hands find the earth. Inhale, half lift. Breathe into your fingertips as they root. And exhale, melt and fold. Now slowly move side to side. You want to push your hips into the ground. And you want to feel your fingers reaching further and further forward. Now again, you do not have to be completely folded. You have to do this. Sometimes our bodies are just so stinking tight. We have a lot of tension in our sacrum, in our roots. And so that mobility is limited. We've got to clear out those accumulations before we can find that full range again. So you hold space for it. You're moving left, you're moving right. Just as the seagrass moves with the tide, you're moving with the ebb and flow of your life. You give it one more breath before you slowly come center. Inhale, half lift, look for your fingers, and slow motion walk your hands over to the right. Line your tummy up with your right thigh. Take a big breath in, and exhale, fold it down, pushing that left hip into the earth. You're breathing for your left side body. Notice any tension, any restriction. We want to work through the space between our ribs, so our intercostal muscles. Each inhale allows the opportunity to expand that space, and each exhale grounds us down a little further. Give it 2 more breaths right here. Exhale, give up any fight in your body. 1 more big breath in, and nice and slow exhale. Let's inhale, half lift, look for those fingers, walking your right hand a little further right, peel your left arm up to the sky, gaze up to it, and then exhale, soften that right elbow as you reach, hinging over, working through that left side body. Good, now keep that left hip grounded. You want to feel your sitting bones in the earth. They are your anchor. Try to soften that right elbow a little bit more to deepen your stretch. You do what you can here for 3. You do what you can here for 2. And slowly on 1, we use our core strength to rise all the way up. So right hand comes up to meet your left. And your exhale is going to bring your prayer hands down for thread at your heart center. Now, if you have crossed legs, you're going to switch your cross. So whatever leg was in front is now inside. If you didn't cross your legs, well, you don't have to move. You get to stay exactly as you are. So move a little left, a little right again. Find your sitting bones, root down into them. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Let's inhale, send that prayer up to the sky. Separate your hands, relax your shoulders. Take a big breath in. And exhale, lead with your heart as you reach, 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 until eventually your hands meet the earth. Round down your fingers. Inhale, half lift, resist those fingers, tummy in, ribs out. And then exhale again, melt and fold. Feeling the difference here. Again, you might bring movement. Sway a little left and sway a little right. So upon switching the cross of my Sukhasana, I'm finding my left hip is a lot tighter than I was on the other side. That's all right. It's just something to hold space for, to be mindful of. So you do what you can as you identify those areas of resistance. And you breathe into them, reminding yourself that that pranayama, your breath work, is the tool to help unlock, the key that opens all those doors, those gates, gets rid of that accumulation. Right? So use your breath. Let it help you chisel it away. And slowly you're going to come back center when you're ready. We inhale, half lift, look for your fingers, and slowly walk them over to the left. Now line your tummy up with your left thigh, push your right sitting bone down, and again, exhale, melt to fold. So you're going to feel all sorts happening on that right side body. Keep pushing your right hip into the earth, and do the best that you can here. No expectation, no judgment. If your body's tight, it's tight. It isn't this. 2 more big breaths, inhale. Exhale, give it 1 more big breath in. And nice and slow, exhale. Gently we inhale to half lift, look for your fingers, listen. Walk your left hand a little further left. Peel your right arm up to the sky, gaze up to that right hand. Take a breath in, and then exhale, soften your left elbow as you reach over your ear toward that left side wall. So again, we're focusing on that right side body, opening up any tension, pushing our right sitting bone down. We feel our roots, our anchors. We give it a few more moments here. Exhale, try to soften your left elbow to get a little bit deeper, stretching, opening up intercostal muscles. That's it. Give it one more big breath in. And exhale, beautiful. Nice and slow, use your core strength as you inhale, rise up. Left hand comes up to meet your right. Prayer connect. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms. See if you can gaze up to your hands. Good. Now keep pulling your ribs towards your hips, semi towards your spine, and maybe start to sway a little left and sway a little right. So pretend you're like a willow in the wind. Okay, you're just moving with the breeze. Your anchor keeps you down and rooted, planted firmly in the earth, while the rest of you moves with whatever comes your way, whatever passing storm, right? We don't see the seagrass complaining. They just do their thing and grow stronger roots. So that's what we're looking to do. In this human experience, it is so important to keep our roots, remembering who we are, while we evolve through everything coming our way, because sometimes it ain't pretty. Give it one more breath before you come back neutral, flipping your hands back to prayer, gaze up. Exhale, bring your prayer hands back down through third eye, through heart center, bowing your head to your heart. Be true to who you are, no matter what challenges, who dares to ask you otherwise, you know who you are at the center of it all. Take a big breath, inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow, opening those eyes. We're going to find our way tabletop. So you can either plant your hands, roll over your ankles, or you can swing your legs off to the side, like I like to do, and find your tabletop this way. So again, we're looking for a table where wrists stack your shoulders, knees stack your hips, and you start to sway left and sway right. So slow wag your tail. You can drop your tummy and wag it out. You can arch your back and push up and out like a little angry cat. We're working with areas of our body that tend to hold tension. Maybe it's your lower back, that's your sacrum. Maybe it's your upper back, that's probably having to do with your heart. Wherever it is, you hold space, you make more space by breathing through that resistance, being mindful of it. Now, if you haven't pressed play on your music, now's the time. Take a moment or two more to just breathe into what is. Big breaths inhale and big breaths exhale. Coming back neutral spine when you're ready. Make sure you have that stack, wrists and shoulders, knees and hips. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find that cow. Exhale, round and chin into chest, look for your tummy. Inhale, drop that tummy, lift your gaze, find cow. Exhale, round and chin to chest, look for that tummy. Two more, inhale up, drop that belly, lift your gaze to the sky. Exhale, around, exhale to chest, find that cow. And one more time, inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find cow. Exhale, round, exhale to chest, find that cat, hold your cat for 3. Hold it for 2. On one, cup neutral, spine tabletop, push the earth away, ribs towards hips, center towards spine, tuck your toes under, lift your knees just 2 inches from the earth. So you are firing up your tapas, working with that internal fire. Keep pushing up out of shoulder blades, protraction keeps it honest, activating rhomboids. 2 more breaths in. Get those knees a little lower, 1 more breath. And go ahead, lower your knees all the way down. Inhale, peel your right arm up to the sky. Gaze up to your right thumb, take a big breath in. Exhale, we're going to scoop some ice cream. So keep your left arm straight. As you scoop your right arm underneath you, gaze above your left shoulder. So your left arm is straight and pushing you away. Inhale, reach that right arm back up to the sky. Exhale, scoop some more ice cream. Big scoop underneath you, just gaze above that left shoulder. Inhale, sends that right arm back up to the sky. 2 more, scoop some ice cream. Keep your left arm straight, gaze up. Inhale it back up to the sky. And 1 more time, scoop some ice cream, hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, reach it all the way up. This time we're gonna thread the needle, exhale, come all the way down. Right shoulder down, right cheek down, and breathe. Start to walk your left hand to the top of your mat, extending your body here. Now for some of us, we're gonna stay right here, and that's okay. For others, you might feel a little bit more is coming. So maybe you shift your weight into your right knee and send your left toes to the end of your mat and you stay there. So in good form, you're holding your anchor.
For those of you who want to fly, you know the way. Flex your left foot and start to lift that left leg up hip height or higher. Now, the key is to keep your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine, activating your Mula and Uddiyana Bandha. So squeeze your P muscle. So pretend you got a P. And squeeze your core in. So where your core sits. For those of you who want a little more of a challenge, you're feeling up for it, hover your left hand off the ground. Maybe you reach it straight up to the sky, middle finger to thumb for patience. You hold space here, 3. You hold space here, balancing for 2. And on 1, slowly take that left hand back to the ground if it was lifted. Lowering left leg down if you had it hovering. Bring your left knee back into table alignment. Walk your left hand back under your left shoulder. And inhale, we're going to peel that right arm back up to the sky. Gaze up to that right hand. Take a big breath. Exhale, right hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up. Roll that right shoulder back. Gaze up to the sky for 3. Holding space here for 2. Slowly on 1, we're going to reach that right arm back up to the sky. Reach it forward and take it down. Find your way tabletop. Now moving through here. Sway it out. Move through the accumulation. Move through the resistance. Let yourself breathe. Arch your back and your cat, push it out. Drop your tummy, slow wag your tail. Do what's right for you. You give yourself 1 more breath, just playing with this space before we come back to a neutral spine at tabletop. Okay? So get your wrists stack, your shoulders, knees stack, your hips, your toes are tucked under. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find your way cow. Exhale, round up, chin into chest, look for your tummy, arching your way into cat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find your way up, cow. Exhale, round up, chin into chest, look for your tummy to find cat. 1 more time, inhale, drop that belly, lift your gaze, cow. Exhale, round up, chin into chest, find your way, cat. Hold your cat for 3. Hold your cat for 2. On 1, come neutral spine, tabletop. Now push the earth away, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, right? Keeping your toes tucked under. Again, lift your knees 2 inches from the earth. Firing up that hovering table for 3. Keep it firing for 2. On 1, slowly lower your knees down. Inhale, peel your left arm up to the sky. Gaze up to that left hand, stack your body up. Take a big breath, inhale here. Exhale, 1 more big breath. Exhale, go ahead and scoop you some ice cream. So scoop that left arm underneath your right. So your right arm stays straight. We're just revolving. Inhale, peel that left arm back up to the sky. Gaze up to that hand. Exhale, scoop some ice cream. Get that left arm to scoop underneath your body. Gaze up off your right. Inhale, send you back up to the sky. 3 more times. We're going to scoop it down. Nice and slow motion. Twist yourself up, gaze up. Inhale, peels it up to the sky. 2 more, scoop it down. Inhale's gonna reach you back up. And 1 more time, scoop it under and down. Stay here, 3. Stay here, 2. On 1, loose it back up to the sky. Big breath in. And exhale, thread your needle. So left shoulder down, left cheek down. And rest for a moment. Take your right hand to the top of your mat and extend your body. Now again, you might stay right here because this feels good, so you stay. For those of you who know you're going to expand a little bit, start to shift your weight into your left knee. Right toes extends the end of the mat, and you hold your frame here. For those of you who say, yeah, this is good, I'm going to stay, you stay. For those of you who want to fly, flex your right foot and start to lift it up hip height or higher. Good. Now try to kick the wall behind you. You have to activate your bandha, so think about it. Uddiyana and Mula bandha. We have our core strength and our P muscle. So squeeze like you got the P. Mula root lock, Uddiyana core lock. Good. Now if you're feeling steady here, you want to expand it even more, try to hover your right arm off the earth. Good. Now once you're locked in, you might be able to reach that right arm straight up to the sky, middle finger to thumb, and you stay here for 3. You do what you can in the shape balancing because you are rock solid for 2. And slowly on 1, reach that right arm back over your head, take it down. Lower your right toes down to the earth. Bring your right knee back into table alignment. Walk your right hand back underneath your right shoulder, and finally we inhale to peel that left arm back up to the sky. Gaze up to that left hand. Take a big breath, inhale here. Exhale, left hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up, roll that left shoulder back. You give yourself 3 big inhales. Exhale, 2. Good, 1 more. And nice and slow, release that bind, reach your left arm up, reach it forward, take it down your back and table. Move it side to side, drop your tummy, slow out your tail. You want to bend your elbows, get into it. You want to come down to forearms, go for it. Do what's right for you. Give yourself 1 more moment before again we come back to a neutral spine at tabletop. Good. So here we are, table, getting ready. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, drop your belly, let your gaze meets the sky. Exhale, chin to chest, look for your tummy. 1 more time, drop your belly, let your gaze. Exhale, round up, look for your tummy. Stay here, 3. Stay here, 2. On 1, lift your knees up, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. So maybe you need to crack out your ankles. I just did. My ankles just collapsed. So take your time paddling out that downward facing dog, working through any tension and accumulation. Again, holding space for whatever comes your way. Make sure you're spreading all 10 fingers. We want nice cambered hands. So cambered hands mean those little spider hands, right? So fingertips are digging into the earth. Your knuckles are slightly lifted, and you're holding space there, distributing your weight evenly between those fingers. Give yourself 1 more breath, just working with whatever you have before you come to a neutral space in downward facing dog. So try to gaze through your toes, your ankles. Pull your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine, push up and out of those shoulders. So think like cat back, but a little less dramatic. All 10 fingers are spread at shoulders width, your feet are hips width. Hold this upside down V for 3. Hold space here for 2. Now do me a favor and squeeze your glutes. See, as soon as you squeeze, that was an external rotation. You feel in your calves a little bit, right? Yeah. So it's an internal rotation of your thighs and an external rotation of the rest of your leg. It's so weird, but it works. Nice and slow. Inhale high, bounce those tippy toes to elevate. Exhale, ground down your heels, anchoring, rooting, do the best you can. Inhale high, bounce tippy toes to elevate. Exhale, anchor, rooting, do the best you can. 1 more time, high, bounce tippy toes to elevate. Stay there, 3. Stay there, 2. On 1, send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee, open up that hip slightly. Now make sure you're pressing evenly out of both hands, both shoulders. Lift that right leg a little bit higher. We're gonna take a big breath in. Now listen, keeping your downward facing dog, tuck your right knee into your chest. I call this the flamingo leg. See a little flamingo leg, right? Hold space, inhale. Exhale, try to kiss your knee to your nose as you come forward to a plank. So we hold a brief tiger pose. Get your shoulders over your wrists. And now slow motion, inhale back to flamingo. And then send your right leg up to the sky. So we're doing it in 3 parts. It's a 3-legged dog. We exhale, bring the flamingo knee in, tuck it in. Slowly rock it forward to tiger. Get your chin into your chest, shoulders over wrists. And slowly come back, flamingo. And send that leg up, 3-legged dog. 1 more time, we're gonna do that. Bring your right knee into your chest, little flamingo leg. Try to kiss your knee to your nose, come forward, tiger pose. This time, stay here, 3. Stay here, 2. Gaze for your hands on 1. Step your right foot through. Find a low lunge. Good. So your wrists are dangling the earth. Your knee is in alignment with your right ankle. Your left leg is extended. And you are pulling your thighs in toward each other. So again, pretend you have to pee. If you do that, you activate your Mula Bandha. Now squeeze your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Pull it all in. That's going to help you activate your Uddiyana Bandha, okay? So give yourself 1 more breath right here. Exhale, take your palms to face each other, send them behind you like a speed racer, get a little lower. Now listen, as you exhale, reach your arms down, bend your back knee, drop that knee just underneath your hip, reach your arms forward and up. You've transitioned into a nice modified high lunge. Good. Now keep that internal rotation of the thighs. Take a big breath in, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, slice your arms to the right. Beautiful. So now you're hugging the right side wall in a revolution. This is why we did all that stuff in tabletop, to start warming up our core and its ability to revolve. If you're struggling to open your arms all the way, you can take your right hand to your hip. Okay? So sometimes we get stuck in that shoulder, right? Our pectorals or clavicle or collar don't want to open. Okay? Now, if you feel really good when you're here, you're going to stay just as you are. If you're looking for a challenge, keep that left toe tucked under. Pick that left knee up, balancing. Internal rotation of your thighs, settle into it. So either way, you're in a revolved high lunge, modified or full blown. Hold space for 3. Hold space for 2. On 1, take your right arm down your back thigh, left arm to the sky, and try to gaze off your right shoulder toward the ground. Sink into that right knee. Hold it there for 3. Hold it there for 2. Beautiful. On 1, lift your top body back up. So you're opening up your arms to hug the right side wall. Now, whether you're in full expression or not, doesn't much matter. Keep your shape, gaze forward. Start to reach forward with your left hand. Reach, 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 until you plant that left hand down to the ground. Right arm reaches to the sky. Pick up your back knee if you were modified. So now you're in easy twist. And we hold space here. That right knee still over that right ankle. We're internally rotating our thighs. So you're pushing your right hip back, left hip slightly forward, and tucking your right knee in towards your chest. Now inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, try to gaze up to the sky, getting that full revolution in there. Feel your gluteus medius expanding. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale, 1 more. Nice and slow, take your right hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up. Roll that right shoulder back and gaze up. Again, do what you can. We have 3 counts here. You can advance 1 more time if you're feeling that forward. Come outer edges of both feet. Push up out that left shoulder. Beautiful. Give it 1 more big breath. If you took that final advancement, bring your feet back to the ground. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Reach that right arm forward. Take it down, hovering your low lunge. Get your hands off the earth. And exhale, melt to fold. Beautiful. See if you can start to rock here a little bit, forward and back. Rock here a little bit, forward and back. 1 more time forward, 1 more time back. It's going to bend your back knee to step you up to fold at the top of your mat. Uttanasana. Beautiful. Now this is where blocks are our friends. So maybe you grab a block or 2, okay? And you put them down on the ground in front of you, and you drape your body down to fold. Again, our hamstrings are super tight. We haven't done much to wake them up yet. So maybe you bend 1 knee at a time here. Just pedaling yourself out, you're hanging out. No big deal. We have no expectation. We're just breathing, bringing movement into our practice, into our mind's eye, to loosen up any debris and accumulation we might have accumulated in our kosha, to our subtle bodies. Give yourself 1 more breath to just be. Before you come back to a neutral space, let's inhale, half lift. See about getting your fingers up to your shins, half lifting. Exhale, melting, folding. Soft bend your knees, sweep your arms to the sky, or Vinyasa. Prayer, gaze up. Interlace your fingers, release your pointers. Now thread your head through your shoulders. So think like a needle and a thread, right? Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Take a big breath in, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, tilt over to the right. Gaze up off your left shoulder. Hold space here for 3. Hold space here for 2. On 1, bring it back center. Slowly tilting over toward the left. Gaze up off your right for 3. Hold, get a little deeper for 2. On 1, bring it back center. Maybe push your pelvis forward, squeeze your glutes, give it a little arch, find a little big back bend, and then slowly you chase that prayer down as you bend your knees, you fold it to Uttanasana. Now, from here, I want you to inhale, half lift with your hands on the ground. We're touching blocks. So maybe you have those blocks. I'm going to use mine today because I like them. You give yourself a moment, inhale. Now exhale, bend deeply your right knee. So left leg stays straight, right knee stays bent. Slowly keep that right hand planted as you peel your left arm up to the sky. So this is an open face twist here. We're squeezing our thighs in, so you're trying not to lean over to the right. Internal rotation keeps your hips parallel with the wall in front of you. Inhale again, tummy in, ribs out. Maybe exhale, you can stack out gaze at that left thumb. If you'd like, take your left hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up for a half bind. Hold space here for 3. Hold space here for 2. Nice and slow on 1. If you're bound, reach that left arm up to the sky. Reach it forward and take it down. Right knee stays bent. Peel your right arm up to the sky. Now this is where I get stuck. How about you? Here I am, I'm stuck. I can't go any further, so I'm going to take my right hand to my hip. And I stay here. If in a few breaths you might be able to expand that right arm all the way to the sky, you can try to start reaching it up. So this is a pull for me. I can access it, but it's uncomfortable. So if my body says, okay, I'm gonna stay here for a breath or two, and I'm gonna take my right hand back to my hip. So right knee is bent, left leg is straight, right hand is up. 2 more inhales, tummies and ribs out. Exhale, try to revolve a little deeper. Ooh, limits. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Now if your hand's on your hip, reach it up 1 breath. Reach it forward, take it down, straighten both legs, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, fingers side up, shins. Good. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend your knees, sweep your arms to the sky, or Vasasana, take flight. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, lift your heart, lift your gaze, push your pelvis forward, squeeze your glutes to do it. So try not to stick your hanging out and reach. Push your pelvis forward, keep squeezing your glutes, and lift your heart to the sky. That's it. So you got a nice deep retraction in the shoulder blades. You are opening up your solar plexus, probably panicking a little bit because this is a big heart opener. 2 more breaths, inhale. We are so exposed in this shape. 1 more breath. Nice and slow, we send our prayers up to the sky, gaze up. And exhale, bend your knees, chase it down to fold. Good. Feel a little better, you're protected again. So what we just did was turn ourselves inside out. That makes us put our soft underbellies out into the universe. Our solar plexus, our identity, who we are, how we align ourselves with the world, and our heart space, which is how we feel, connect, hold compassion, empathy, sympathy, all those things. Those are 2 very vulnerable spaces in our bodies. And so we tend to protect them when we are hurting or when we're feeling threatened. Nice and slow, let's inhale, half lift. Take your hands to blocks or to the earth, whatever you can reach, right? So keeping that half lift, we're gonna take a deep bend in the left knee. So left knee's bent, right leg straight. Planting your left hand down, start to peel your right arm up to the sky. So this is the more accessible one. Right? You open up, you're giving the right side wall a hug. You're asking your body a little bit more each time you inhale, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, revolve a little deeper. Now watch your frame. Don't lean your hips over to the left. Keep them grounded. Keep them internally rotating and parallel with the wall in front of you. Give it 2 more breaths right here before I advance you a little bit. Give it 1 more breath, and if you went for a bind, go ahead, take your right hand to your hip and slip it behind your back if you'd like to go deeper. Palm face up, roll that right shoulder back. Again, you're focusing on an internal rotation of the thighs while you revolve from the waist. It's all isolation here. Check your ranges. Good. Give it 1 more big breath, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, gaze up your highest. Now if you're bound, reach that right arm up. Reach it forward, take it down. Now keep that left knee bent. Right hand stays planted. This is the hard one. Start to peel your left arm up. See what you can do? Oop, I'm getting stuck, so my left hand's going straight to my left hip. For those of you who continue going, you might expand your left arm all the way up to the sky. Maybe you make your way there in a few breaths. I'll give it a go in another big inhale. Nice, slow exhale. See if you're going to reach that left arm all the way up. So you're allowing your body the time and space to develop, working through those accumulations and blocks. Good. Give it 2 more inhales here. Exhale, 1 more. Nice and slow. Reach that left arm up. If it's bound, reach it forward, take it down. Folding, straighten both legs, Uttanasana. Pedal out your knees while you're hanging out. Move your hips side to side. Right? Funny little space to work with, but hey, we need it. We got to stretch that low back, our obliques, our hands. They all have conversations with each other all day long. So, coming back, neutral spine when you're ready. Hang the heaviest. Good. Inhale, half a finger slide up shins. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend, sweep you upward Vasasana. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, lean over to the right, knees up off the left for 3. Hold space there for 2. On 1, come center, lean left, gaze up off the right, hold it 3. Hold it 2. On 1, come center, push your pelvis forward, give it a little back bend. Take your hands up here, chase it down, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Step back your left leg only. Find a low lunge. Now hold space in that low lunge. Take 2 big breaths, inhale, building. Exhale, 1 more. Beautiful. Now take your back heel down. Reach your left arm forward, up and overhead, transitioning into warrior two. Relax your shoulders, maybe you shimmy it out. Shimmy and shake it, settle yourself in. Shoulders should be stacking your hips, right knee pressing toward right pinky toe, arms reaching in opposite directions. Relax through your frame. Give it 2 big breaths, gaze off your right middle finger. Give it 1 more breath. Nice and slow, we're gonna hinge forward, flip that right palm, tip it back, wrap your left arm behind your back, middle finger to thumb for a nice half bound warrior two for 3. Hold space in your piece for 2. On 1, come up nice and slow, warrior 2. Hinge forward, take that right forearm, top of your thigh, left arm to the sky. Stay here, 2 big breaths in. Exhale, 1 more big breath. Reach that left arm up and overhead. Long line through your left side body. 2 big breaths in. Exhale, 1 big breath in. Exhale, gaze down. Plant your left hand down to the right. Pick your back heel up. Peel your right arm to the sky. Easy twist. Internal rotation of your thighs. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, gaze up. Maybe come outer edges of both feet. Good. Stay here for 3. Maybe reach that right arm up and overhead. Get a little extra side body stretch. For 2. Either way on 1, come back into your legs, traditional. Reach that right arm up to the sky. Take it forward, take it down, low lunge. 1 big breath, inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands. Tuck your right knee into your chest, get your foot up off the ground, give it a kiss. And slow motion, come flamingo. Good, so your transition to that halfway point, you're 3-legged. And nice and slow, send that right leg up to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip. If you want to do a little chicken wing dance, this is called a dog doing your business. Lift and lower that bent knee. Big hip circles here. Wake up that right hip. Right? Slow motion, we work through it. Circle it the other way if you're doing those big hip circles. Keep balancing. 1 more breath. Before you come back neutral, send that right leg all the way up to the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, come forward into a plank. Cover that right leg. Hold space there. Take a breath in. Bend your right knee like you're going to kick the sky. And then tip over to the left. Plant your right foot down. Squeeze your glutes. Lift. Finding a little wild thing. This is baby wild. Hold her for 3. Squeeze, lift a little higher for 2. On 1, plant your right hand down. Come back over. Beautiful. Step your right foot down to meet your left plank. Take a big inhale. Exhale, use your toes, come into your fingers. Exhale, lower your tummy all the way down to the ground. Good. Now untuck your toes. Take your feet as wide as your mat. So come nice and wide. And now take your hands. Take them as wide as your mat. Tense your fingers. On an inhale, squeeze your glutes or to peel your chest up, look forward. Good. Exhale, lower it back down. Inhale, peel it up, look forward. Exhale, lower it back down. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale, peel your chest up. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Lift a little higher. Exhale, come back down. 2 more, inhale up. Exhale, come on down. 1 more time, inhale up. Hold at your highest. Stay where you are for 3. Stay where you are for 2. Gaze to the right on 1. Take a breath. Nice and slow, gaze center. Gaze off the left. Gaze center, gaze up, chin to the sky. Exhale, melt it down. Walk your hands back onto your shoulders. Take your feet back, traditional width. Tuck your toes under. Now this is the hard part. You ready? You're going to do 1 of 2 things. You're either going to peel up or you're going to push up to a plank. Maybe a combination of both. Let's see what I have. Ready? Inhale, push or peel. I did a combination of both. I'm weak today. Take a breath in, use your toes. Come into your fingers, extend, and hips back up to the sky, downward facing dog pedal. How do you feel? Hopefully different. Work through that left side body. It's a little bit behind. It's lagging. We're going to get to it. Do 2 more breaths. Inhale here. Give it 1 more breath. Before you slowly come neutral, spine downward facing dog. Now again, check this inversion. Wrists are in alignment with your shoulders. All 10 fingers are spread and engaging your fingertips. Cambered spider hands. You're taking a look at your feet, making sure they're hips width distance, no wider. So about a fist or 2 between your big toes. And you're working through the tension in the backs of your legs. You can always take a little bend in your knees if you need to. The upper body is where the inversion is at. So keep pulling ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, pressing up and out of shoulder blades to activate your rhomboids. You hold space here. 2 more breaths just here. Exhale, 1 more breath. Now, do me a favor and squeeze your glutes. Yup. You feel the difference? Keep it. We want to activate gluteus medius. That is essential in downward dog. It helps hold space and open your pelvis. Give it 1 more breath. Nice and slow. Inhale high, put it tippy toes to elevate. Exhale, ground down those heels. Inhale, lift up on those toes, heels up, elevate. Exhale, ground your heels back down, gesture them down. And last time, inhale high, put tippy toes, stay here 3. Stay here 2. On 1, shift your weight, send your left leg up to the sky. Bending your left knee, option, open that hip. Again, press evenly out of both hands. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, squeeze your bandhas. So squeeze the P muscle, squeeze it, breathe it. Lift a little bit higher, give it a breath. And slowly we're gonna take that little flamingo leg. So tuck your left knee into your chest, keeping your 3-legged dog. Nice. Now chasing your nose to your knee. Try to give it a kiss as you come forward into a plank. You find a brief tiger pose. Just 1 breath. Inhale, come back, flamingo. And then send that left leg to the sky, bench, you open your hip. Shoot. Again, tuck that left knee into your chest. Give it a hug. Shifting forward, the nose is chasing the knee, or should say knee is chasing the nose as you come forward to tiger. Get your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, come back to transition to flamingo. And slowly left leg lifts up to the sky, 3-legged dog. 1 more time, 3-part transition. Bring your knee into your chest. Find your flamingo balance. Bring your knees to your nose as you come forward into that tiger pose. Stay here 3. Push up at those shoulder blades. 2. On 1, gaze between your hands. Step your left foot through. Relieve your poor wrists. Roll them out. I know it's killer. Me too. Keep tucking that left hip back, right hip forward, mindful of your frame here, right? So we want that left knee over that ankle. We want to keep our chest nice and low, but pull your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine, so you're not just draping onto your leg. Keep it honest. Squeeze your mula bandha. Pretend you got the pig. 1 more breath here. Palms to face each other, send them behind you like a speed racer. Listen. As you reach your arms down, you're going to start to bend your back knee. Lower your right knee down just below your hip. Reach your arms forward and come up to transition into that high lunge. Good. So we're in a modified high lunge. It feels so good to be here. Sometimes we just need to feel the earth, right? Big inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, slice your arms to the left. Try to hug that left side wall. Good. Now again, we want that internal rotation of the thighs. So if you've lost it, you're going to start to fall apart here, right? You don't want to do that. Internal rotation, squeeze your mula bandha. Keep drawing that left knee in toward the right side. Tummy in, ribs out. Maybe you can gaze to the back hands. Now, for some of us, we're going to stay in a modification, and that's fine. For others, we're going to take it on to bring it a little higher. So tuck that right toe under if it's already. See if you can extend that right leg to straighten, lunging into your left knee. So you're going to feel the compression in the left side, the extension in the right side. Inhale, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, squeeze your mula bandha, gaze to the back wall. 2 more breaths in. Exhale, best you can. 1 more breath. Slowly, that left hand travels down the back thigh, right arm up to the sky, gaze off your left shoulder. Sink a little deeper, hold it 3. Sink a little deeper, hold it 2. And slowly, I'm going to lift your arms back up to hug the left side wall. Either way, whether you're modified or you're here advancing, you're going to gaze forward, keep your shape. Start to lean forward. Hinge, hinge, hinge until your right hand finds the earth. You're going to pick your back knee up if it isn't already. You're going to gaze up to that left hand for easy twist. Now hold space here. Again, that left knee wants to pull in towards your body. Right leg is extended, powerful right quad. Full extension in your hip flexor. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, revolve to look up to that left thumb. So you would take 2 big breaths, inhale before maybe we bind. 1 more. Go ahead, take your left hand to your hip or slide it behind your back. Now we have 3 more breaths here. If you want to take it to the next level, come outer edges of both feet and push the earth away, gazing up for 3. Do what you can, stay here for 2. Nice and slow on 1. Bring your feet back down. Lift your left arm up. Reach it forward, take it down. 1 breath in your low lunge, big inhale. Exhale, plant your hands down. Now we're gonna shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Now you might be able to shimmy to straighten and come back forward. Either way you're shimmying. Give it one more shimmy before you bend into that right knee to step you up to the top of your mat, folding forward, Uttanasana. Again, we're gonna inhale, half lift. Hold space there. Just get your head back on your shoulders. And exhale, melt and fold. Now bend your knees and go opposite elbows. Let your body decompress here for a moment. So we're in our inversion. We're reversing our blood flow, doing all sorts of good for our body, working all those toxins out, one breath at a time. But we're also resting and recuperating. Try to press some weight into your toes. Lessen your heels, more in your toes. Give it 2 more breaths to just drape. 1 more breath. Before you keep those knees bent, sweep your arms to the sky. Ardhastasana, blooming breer reaches up to the sky. Exhale, bring hands down through third eye, through your heart center. Arms by your side, Samasthiti. Now close your eyes here. I want you to feel your roots. With your eyes closed, inhale, lift up all 10 toes. Right? Exhale, pinky, middle, big toes down to the ground. Now imagine you are a tree, okay? And you know how trees go. They don't have one little stick stem. They've got this whole network of roots. And those roots intertwine with all the other roots and all the other trees in the forest. They make a whole map. They reach together. They're intertwined. They're holding hands, right? So imagine you're doing just that. Imagine you're connecting with the person in the closest proximity to you in your house, in your neighborhood. Imagine where their foot falls, roots extend out, because energetically, that's how we connect. We have these little tendrils that reach far and wide, look for anchors, look for places to stabilize us. Maybe it's a close proximity, like a partner, a loved one. Maybe they're a little bit further, but you can still reach them. Take a big breath, inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale, expand your roots, reach further. Think of your most prized person, right? Your person. Who is it? As soon as I say that, someone's face pops in your mind. You know there's one. One that stands out among the rest. It could be your grandma. Doesn't even have to be your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever. It's someone extremely significant to you. Could be your childhood best friend, your first love. Doesn't matter who it is. Hold their face in your mind. Take a big breath in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, extend your roots to them. Even if they're physically no longer with us, you can still reach them, believe it. Give it 1 more breath, just holding space, finding comfort in this. And slow exhale. Nice and slow inhale, reach your prayer to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Squeeze your glutes, press your pelvis forward, big breath. Exhale, swan dive all the way to the ground, surrendering. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. Bend your knees, go opposite elbows 1 more time. You want to take a little further, keep those bent knees, go opposite elbows behind your thighs, give yourself a hug. Maybe you inhale half lift to give it a little resistance. Exhale, you melt and fold, try to straighten out your legs, coming into a balanced fold. It's pretty intense, so you can oscillate between straight and bent knees. Whatever you need, like a little pump, you're working that tension. You're working through the resistance. You give yourself 2 more breaths to just be. 1 more breath. Before we come back neutral. Nice and slow, bend your knees, release your hands to the earth. Inhale, half lift, let your fingers slide up your shins. Go ahead and grab your blocks 1 more time. Okay? So keeping your half lift with your blocks or with the earth, you're gonna take a deep bend in your left knee. Go ahead and peel that right arm up to the sky. Big breath, inhale here. Exhale, take your right hand to your hip, slide it behind your back, palm face up. Roll that right shoulder back, 3. Hold it here for 2. Nice and slow on 1, you're gonna gaze down. Soften your left elbow, see if you can take your left arm behind your left knee and reach for your right hand behind your back. If you have that bind, you're gonna stay here. If your body says nope, you're gonna plant your left hand back down to the ground and keep half bind. Either way, gaze up off that right shoulder for 3. Gaze up off that right shoulder for 2. Beautiful. Slowly release your left hand back down to the ground into your block. Beautiful. Peel your right arm back up to the sky, listen. Reach that right arm forward, take it down. Keep your left knee bent. Peel that left arm up to the sky. Do the best you can. Ooh, I can do it this side. Yeah, we got it. The space we create when we have patience. You stay here for 3. Maybe left hand to your hip. Maybe slide your left hand behind your back. Getting deeper. Ooh, for 2. One more big breath. On 1, that left arm's gonna reach up for a beat. Reach it forward, take it down, straighten both legs, fold. Inhale, half the fingers, side up shins. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend, sweep to upward Vastasana, reset. Exhale, three hands down through third eye, through heart center, arms by your side, Samasthiti. Reconnect with that special person in your life. Big inhale. Exhale, spread your roots, find them. Inhale, reach to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, chase it down, folding down, find the earth. Keeping your hands grounded to the blocks or to the earth, you hold space half lift. Take a deep bend in your right knee. Beautiful, keep that right hand planted, peel your left arm to the sky. Gaze up, hold space here, big inhale. Exhale, take your left hand to your hip, slide it behind your back, palm face up. Roll the left shoulder back for 3. We're gonna get a little deeper in 2. Nice and slow on 1. Start to bend into your right elbow as you gaze down. Maybe you can take your right arm behind your right leg and you catch your left hand behind your back, binding and lifting into a nice half bound fold here. You do what you can. Again, if it's not accessible, right hand just stays on the ground. No big deal. Do it for 3. Squeeze, breathe, gaze the sky for 2. If you have your arms bound, take your right hand back to the earth, pushing up, reach your left arm up, reach it forward, take it down. Right knee stays bent. Peel that right arm up. See what you can do. Ooh, I got it. Ew, I couldn't do that like 20 minutes ago. Now hold space. That right knee still bent, right arm to the sky. If you want to advance it, go ahead. Take your right hand to your hip or slide behind your back, palm face up. Roll that right shoulder back. Hold space 3. Hold space 2. On 1, slowly release that right arm up for a beat. Reach it forward, take it down, straighten both legs, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we melt and fold it back down. Soft bend, sweep you upward, Vastasana, pierce the gaze up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace fingers, squeeze your palms up to your heart, lift your gaze, push your pelvis forward. So again, heart opener. Don't worry about how deep your hands go. That'll hurt your back. Get your heart to the sky, hold 3. Chins up, open your throat. 2. On 1, reach your prayer up. Exhale, chase it down to fold, hang heavy. Inhale, half lift, fingers slide up, shins, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold, bend your knees, plant your palms. Step only your right leg back, low lunge. Good. Now find your frame. Get your hands to cover the earth if you can. Your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Squeeze your thighs and activate your bandhas. 2 more breaths, inhale here. Exhale, push that left hip back, right hip forward. 1 more breath. Now bring your back heel down. Good. Reach your right arm forward, cartwheel it up and open. Warrior 2, settle. Shimmy your shoulders. Shake it out. Now if you have a short stance, you need to widen yourself out. You want to deeply lunge into this. Like this is a dramatic pose here. So keep that left knee, stabbing that left ankle, shoulders relaxed, arms reaching in 2 directions, squaring your body up with that right side wall. You're gazing off your left middle finger. Keep pushing that left knee towards your left pinky toe, sink a little deeper. Hold in your warrior 2s for 3. Hold in your warrior 2s for 2. On 1, you're gonna hinge forward, flip your left palm, tip it back, wrapping your right arm behind your back, palm face up, sinking into a peaceful warrior 2 for 3. Middle finger sit down for patience, breathe for me for 2. Sink your deep best. On 1, we come up warrior 2, big open arms. Again, hinge forward. Left elbow or forearm, top of that left thigh, right arm to the sky, expands. Take a big breath, inhale here. Exhale, reach that right arm up and overhead. Long line, it's modified side angle. I love this variation for 3. Wanna know why? Because it's super accessible, it's not straining you. It is, but it isn't. For 2. Nice and slow on 1, gaze down. Plant your right hand down. Pick your back heel up, peel your left hand to the sky, you're in an easy twist. Good. Now internal rotation of those thighs keeps you honest. It's gonna offset the pressure that's going on in that left quad. Keep pulling that left hip back, right hip forward. Squeeze your bond to pretend you gotta pee. You wanna get a little deeper, come out of edges of both feet. Keep reaching to the sky. Reach like someone's gonna pull you up for 3. Push up by that right shoulder for 2. If you came outer edges, Bring it back neutral. Nice and slow, we're gonna reach that left arm up and overhead. Hover both hands, big breath, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands down. Now tuck your left knee into your chest, give your knee a kiss. Big inhale. And exhale, come flamingo. Now send that left leg all the way up to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. And your little doggy doing your business, go ahead and lift and lower your knee. Circle that hip around. You know what those little doggies do. They got their cute little bent knee and they're doing whatever on the fire hydrants, on every tree, every bush, your shoes. My dog did that the other day. I was like, dude, you're a year and a half. Since when did you do that? But he did. He peed on a shoe. Cool, dog, cool. Do what you gotta do. One more breath. Before you come neutral, extend that left leg all the way up to touch the sky, and then come forward to a plank. Hover your left foot. So you're in a hovering plank. You need to really work that right quad, yeah? Now bend your left knee, try to point your toe to the sky, take a breath. Tip over to the right, tapping your left toe down, squeeze your glutes, push up out of right shoulder. You're in a baby wild thing for 3. Hold space, camber your hands, use your fingertips for 2. Nice and slow on 1, we flip it back over. Extend your left leg down, plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale, use your toes, come into your fingers. Lower your tummy all the way down to the ground. Shoo! Kids trying to kill us. Take your feet nice and wide. Untuck your toes. Take your hands nice and wide. Tent your fingers. Nice and slow. Inhale. Push into your pelvis. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your chest up. Gaze forward. Yeah. Exhale. Lower it back down. Inhale. Squeeze your glutes. Push your pelvis into the earth as you lift up. Gaze forward. Exhale. Peel yourself back down. Shoo. 3 more times. Inhale. Peel it up. Exhale, take it down. Go to your limits. Inhale, 2 more times, come up. Exhale, it's gonna bring you back down. 1 more time, peel it up, hold it there, 3. Shoulders from the ears, squeeze your glutes, 2. Nice and slow on 1, gaze off your left shoulder, hold it 3. Hold it 2. On 1, gaze forward, gaze off your right shoulder, squeeze your glutes, 3. Hold it 2. On 1, gaze forward, chin to the sky, open that throat, open that heart. Exhale, peel it down. Shoo! Take your hands back under your shoulders. Elbows drawn in. Take your feet back, traditional stance. Ready? Tuck your toes under. Peel or push up. Send your weight into your fingertips and then back up, downward dog pedal. How you feeling? Check in. Now I have 1 more mission, okay? Our mission is going to be half moon and then revolved moon, which is why blocks are involved. If you ever tried to revolve a moon when you're super tight, it's like impossible. So blocks are there to help you, okay? So coming back into neutral spine, I'm gonna give you a little drill to get to the top of your mat. My advanced yogis, you know this one well, this is Shakti hopping. If you are not into bouncing on your hands because you're afraid, that's okay. I give you an alternative, okay? So first we'll show you Shakti hopping, and you determine if it's for you. You need to keep straight arms, elbows in toward each other. So the opposite of elbows in toward each other, I'll show you this way, is elbows out. So you have chicken wings. You don't want chicken wings when you're bouncing, okay? You want straight arms, elbows in, gazing for your thumbs, pressing up and out of the space between your shoulder blades. So here to the side view again. I'm catting my back, I'm gazing between my thumbs, I shorten my stance a little bit, toes to touch, I bend my knees, and I do not flop. So if you're doing this, you're hurting your back. Remember, watch my back. Gazing for my thumbs, boop. So I'm trying to send my butt up to the sky, getting it up and over my shoulders, boop. If you're feeling really brave, you might kick your heels towards your behind as you do that, right? So it's a nice flat back. It's none of the donkey kicking. That kills your body, okay? So Shakti hopping, this or this is not for you. You're gonna do this instead. Leg up, walk it forward, gaze for your thumbs. Leg up, step a little further forward, gaze for your thumbs. And you keep going. So it's asking you to do the same thing without all that hopping. All right, so ready, set, go. Do whatever you wanna do. You wanna do Shakti hops, play. Be mindful. You don't have to get all this momentum to get all the way up. You can invite this space by engaging your upper body. We're looking for your frame. Doesn't much matter where your legs go right now. I want a strong frame. So make sure you have all 10 fingers engaged, hands are spread, gazing between your thumbs, you push out your shoulders, and you give it a couple little bumps. It could be a couple little hops to the top, but you're pushing up and out the whole time. Big cat back. Whew, now my breath. You give yourself another moment or two to get to the top of your mat. And once you're there, you're in a forward fold Uttanasana. Maybe you half lift, and you take a sip of water, grab your blocks. I'll give you a moment to regroup. Regroup, regroup. Good. And exhale, fold it back down. So if you have your blocks, you can keep them, just drape. Then hold space here. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Nice and slow, I'm gonna have you inhale, half lift. Use your blocks or the earth if you feel confident. You can do it with the ground. I want you to shift your weight into your left leg, okay? Start to flex your right foot and lift your right foot an inch off the earth. Shifting that right leg out behind you. Think like scissors, like a little switchblade. Your thighs rub up against each other like scissors. You extend your right leg out and you're in a perfect capital T. This is warrior three. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, squeeze. Internal rotation of those thighs. Now from here we start to evolve into what could be a half moon, right? So left leg is straight, shift your weight into your left hand slightly, right hand comes to your hip. Now see if you can start to stack. Stack it up. Engage that left quad to get your right hip to stack your left. Hold space. Use your toes. Right leg stays hip height. You're in a half moon with a little bit of an assist. Maybe you can reach your right arm up to the sky for a full moon. Either way, you're balancing. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Squeeze your glutes. Your whole body's involved in this space, balancing for 3. Balancing for 2. Nice and slow on 1. See if you can reach your right arm forward. Take it down as you lower your right hip. Back to warrior 3. Good. Now here's the hard part. Internally rotate those thighs. Squeeze your bund up. Pretend you got a pee. Right leg stays hip height. Start to shift your weight into your right hand as your left hand comes to your hip. And you're gazing down. Now for some of us, this is as far as we go. For the longest time, this was me too. Inhale, tummy inwards out. See if you can squeeze your thighs up against each other as you gaze off that left shoulder. Really squeeze your left quad. And maybe you can reach your left arm to the sky revolving. This one is really hard. So do what you can for 3. Keep lifting that right leg. Try not to give it up for 2. And slowly, I tapped it down. On 1, you're going to take your left hand back to your hip. Gaze down, transition left hand down, warrior 3. 1 breath. Lower your right leg down to meet your left and fold. Ooh, holy moly. Warriors, moons, roll out your ankles. They kill me. They actually kill me though. So maybe you're sweating bullets now. That's me as well. If you were here, you'd see it. I'm like gonna create a puddle. Coming back neutral, spine when you're ready. Do your little shimmy shake of your legs, loosen it up, hang heavy, forward fold. Let's inhale half, let's regroup. And exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend your knees, sweep it up. Warrior Hastasana, prayer up, gaze up. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart center. Arms by your sides, from a safety. Now really roll out your ankles, because it's hard to do when you're upside down, right? Maybe you step a foot back. I call it the ballet pose. You have your arms by your sides, you're doing like the dramatic walk forward, but you're also stretching your left ankle if your left leg's back, and your right ankle if your right leg's back. But it gives you that extra little stretch in the top of that foot, right? And you look cool doing it. So shake it out. Before we come back to a neutral space once more. Inhale, lift up all 10 toes. Exhale, pinky, middle, big toes down to the ground. Let's inhale, lift that pair to the sky, gaze up. And exhale, fold it on down to find that forward fold. Now, we've got to do the second side. So, inhale, half lift, use your blocks. Use the earth if you have the ability, but you stay half lifted as we create what will be that second warrior 3. All right? So nice and slow, we're going to shift our weight into our right foot. Flex your left foot, take it an inch off the earth. Now slowly send that left leg out behind you. All right? So this takes a lot of strength in and of itself. These are all balances and they're advanced. So keep Pulling those thighs in toward each other. Keep your left hip down, right hip aligned with it. Flex your left foot. You're going to kick the wall behind you. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Push up and out your shoulders. Good. Now, nice and slow, shift your weight into your right hand, right? Take your left hand to your hip. Balance. From here, we start to press our weight more into that right side as we stack our left hip on top of our right, transitioning to what becomes our half moon. Maybe you can reach that left arm up to the sky to stack your shoulders and your wrists and your ribs. If you can, you might gaze up to that left hand too. Whatever you have, you're holding a half moon variation for 3. Keep squeezing that right quad, opening your adductors, do the best you can to balance for 2. And slowly on 1, we're going to reach that left arm up and overhead. And slowly reach it down to the ground. Nice transition. Drops your left hip back down to find your warrior 3. Again, ribs towards hips, stomach towards spine. This is the challenging one. Internally rotate those thighs. Really pull that left foot over to the right. Right? Now, shift your weight into your left hand. Take your right hand to your hip, balancing. Engage that right quad. So your right thigh has to be engaged. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you can inhale tummy and ribs out and start to lift your right shoulder. So really squeeze your thighs in and gaze up. So keep pulling that left leg over to the right as you gaze up off that right shoulder. Maybe, just maybe, you can reach that right arm up to the sky for the full revolution here. This is really hard. Do what you can. Keep lifting that left leg for 3. Do what you can. Hold space for 2. Beautiful. On 1, everyone take your right hand back to your hip. Slowly tilt your shoulders back down, lower your right hand down, push up 1 more breath, warrior 3, and then lower that left foot down to meet your right. Holy moly, my leggies. Lower down to fold. You can discard your blocks now. Good. Pedal it out nice and slow while you're down here. Pew, 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 pew. 1 more breath. This is going to carry us home. Nice and slow. We inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend, sweeps you up. Urdhva Hastasana. Prayer reaches, gaze up. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Push your pelvis forward, give yourself a little bit of a heart opener. And then chase your prayer down as you bend your knees, you fold to the earth. Finding Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Now bend your knees and plant your palms. I'm going to give you a choice here. If you have crow in your practice, you can heel toe your feet as wide as your wrists. And you can go ahead and play with the crow. Okay? So I'll real quick show you crow. If you know how to pull this puppy out, you go for her. Okay? If you don't, we'll save it for a rainy day. For the rest of you, keep your feet touching. You can crow or you can come into toe stand. So toe stand, we plant our hands, bend our knees, come up onto our toes, lifting our heels, and then slowly you take your shins parallel with the earth. I'll give you the modification where your hips touch your heels, lifting yourself up. Now you could recruit your blocks again, okay, to help your balance. If you want to advance it, take one hand to prayer than the other. Take your hips off your heels. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. It rips up your quads. But you do it. Do what you can. 3. Do what you can. Crow or toe stand for 2. Either way on 1, my crows, find a brief toe stand, right? Toe stand, reach your arms forward, like you're gonna pass them in a box. Start to sink back into your heels. Let your hips come down next, right? Knees into your chest, take your feet up in parallel with your arms. You're holding space in a boat. Take a breath in your boat, big inhale. Exhale, extend your legs out to straighten. Hold your low boat for 3. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, balancing for 2. On 1, knees back into your chest, crunch it up, boat. Good. Exhale, lower it down. Hold it, low boat. 3. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads. 2. On 1, bring it up into your boat. 1 more time, lower it down. This is going to take us down for 3. Take us down for 2. On 1, separate your feet. Slow motion, peel yourself down onto the earth. Oh my goodness, it feels so good to lay down. So wiggle about a little bit. Get yourself comfortable. We're coming into our final resting pose. So maybe you're flat down and you're not moving a muscle. Stay there. Close your eyes, hold space. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, slightly puff your heart up. Your arms are by your sides, palms faced up to receive so we can recharge. Let your feet splay. Again, you can take any leg variation that feels good for you. Flat on your back is not it. You can come onto your side. Take bottoms of your feet to touch or take bends in your knees. Whatever you want to do. But either way, we're going to close our eyes here, yogis. Big inhale fills you up. Exhale, let it go. Send it to your roots. Again, visualize your person. Who is it? See their eyes. See their smile. Draw their nose, their jawline, the way their hair falls in their face. Envelop them with your energy. Reach out. Speak louder than words. Reach out from the soul space. Ring it out. Relax your cheeks, relax your jaw. Relax the space between, behind, around your eyes. Feel the weight of your head as you relax your neck, your shoulders, arms, and hands. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Feel as it mingles, connecting with your prana, your heartbeat. Feel core, pelvic floor, hips, and glutes. Legs take their varying shapes. Heels anchoring, feet fall away. Your entire body is at rest in this space. Breathing is one. Allow yourself this time. Just be. Then slowly, my yogis, begin to heighten your awareness. As you notice sound, sense, sensation. Begin to wiggle each finger, each toe. Move your head gently, side to side. And slowly come center, inhaling, extending arms overhead, taking a full or half body stretch. Maybe your legs are extended, maybe you're pointing, flexing feet. You do what feels good for you. One more big breath in. And then exhale, we're going to invite a bend into the knee and bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug, rock left and rock right. Massage lower lumbar. Give yourself one more moment just to be. And then slowly you'll surrender to your right or left side. Find a fetal pose. Let it all go here. Bringing it all to ash. Take one more breath, inhale. And exhale from that ash, you press your way up, rising like a little phoenix. You come into a comfortable seat, grounding yourself down into the earth, born anew. New page, new slate, new opportunity. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky, prayer reaches up. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart center, bowing your head to your heart. Take your right hand to your heart, left hand to your tummy. Hold space, one big breath in. Exhale, returning hands to prayer heart center. Press your pinkies and thumbs together, release your middle fingers to create your blossom. Within it, place your intention. Visualizing its light, its energy, all it has to offer, lend it your faith. On an inhale, lift your intention to the sky, presenting that sankalpa to the world. As you exhale, hands part. As they fall to the side, you imagine your light making its way, blazing out into the world to take root and make a difference. Hands return to prayer, heart center, bowing your head to your heart one last time. The light within me honors that brilliant shining light within each and every one of you. I'd like to close our class with the sound of Om, the universal sound that connects us all. If you'd like to join me, exhale the air out of your lungs. Inhaling for Om. Om Shanti Shanti, Om Peace Peace. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your afternoon and evening, rest of your week and your weekend. Hopefully we'll see you again one day soon, but until we meet again, namaste.